Hey, boys, can y'all turn that down some? Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to talk about the 5 worst things about Greenville, South Carolina today. If you've got some questions or comments, feel free to post them below. If you feel like you've been in Greenville, South Carolina, and you've got 5 things that are worse than my 5, let us know about those too. Love to hear what you think in the comments, and you'll be helping other people as well. Let's look at, let's go ahead and get on to our first worst thing about Greenville, South Carolina. It is definitely the traffic congestion and poor roads. Greenville has been struggling with this recently. Just the so much influx of people coming in from the north and the west have really added to the number of cars coming to the Greenville area. And that, of course, has really increased issues. Now, what I'm going to do now is pull up a map of commuter time, and we're going to be able to take a look at that. Sorry, a second while I pull this up here. There we are. All right. So sorry about that. What we're doing here is looking at commuter time around Greenville, South Carolina, and we're also going to talk about problem areas. So one of our big problem areas is this 385 to 85. Right in here, this Woodruff Road is really hard on traffic. Then out here we have Pelham 85. This is another known traffic spot. But what we've got here in this map is average commuter time. So as you can see on the slide right before this, 97% of people in the Greenville area drive to work. And the average commute is just over 16 minutes. But what I've got here is a 20-minute drive. And this is how far away you can live in each direction, as you can see, within that 20-minute commute. So if you want to live in Simpsonville, you're going to have to be closer to 385 the further down that you go. So if you want to live in Greer, same thing. You're only just going to make it into downtown Greer. Now you can make it down here. This is going to be Greer as well. And you can make it part of up here. This will be just fine. Taylor's, of course you're good. If you're living close to Greenville, Greenville East Side, obviously your commute's going to be a lot shorter. Now this is just a commute to downtown. If you are positioned your work somewhere else, then we're really going to have to look at your commuter map to know how long does it take you to get to and from work each day. This can make a big difference, of course, as everybody knows, in your quality of living. If you're driving 30 minutes or an hour to work each day, it's just going to add more time that you're away from home and not doing the things that you want to do. So let's go back and look at the second reason, or I'm sorry, the second worst thing about Greenville, and that is going to be the rising cost of living, especially housing. So housing prices here, while great compared to nationwide, have really come up. Now I put about 350,000 here, and that about is because that range varies dramatically according to where you are. If you're very close to downtown, that number is over 400. If you go further out, we can actually drop a little below 3 when you get to the real far reaches around Greenville County, or even in the neighboring counties, say Spartanburg, Lawrence, Pickens, Anderson. Now, costs remain 9% below the national average, but the rapid rise feels unsustainable. It's just really making it pricier to get a home here. Will it continue? That's my last question there. I say it will. People are continuing to move here. We're continuing to see people coming to the Greenville area, and they are going to be driving up house prices even more. Now, of course, we don't know what the government's going to do, and they, of course, affect a lot of things. If rates stay high, house prices will stay more stagnant. If rates drop, we're going to see prices spike because it's going to bring a lot more people into the market. Just basic supply and demand there. So let's go ahead and move forward and get our next reason. Next worst thing about Greenville is back to transportation. Like we talked about roads and traffic, but I want to hit especially on limited public transportation and walkability. Sometimes people call me and ask about moving to Greenville without a car. This is going to be very hard. You're going to need to live downtown and you're going to need to work downtown, and it's going to limit your shopping to downtown. Greenville does have a GreenLink bus system, but it doesn't go very far and there are not a lot of buses. So if you're trying to stick to a bus, you're going to have to work very hard to be able to move your schedule around that bus system. This is going to be tough. So if you're planning to move to Greenville, really think about whether or not you can be without a car before you make decisions that involve that. Same thing for walkability. It's going to vary according to where you are. Some places you're going to be able to walk a little bit more if you're near downtown, but it's going to be hard to find both your restaurants to eat at and your big shopping. You may get your boutiques, like if you're downtown Greenville, you get plenty of boutique shopping, but your Home Depot, your Walmart, your Target, your Lowe's, they're all missing from downtown. They're not walkable. So even if you're walkable downtown, you're going to miss those hardware stores, the big box stores, sort of that stuff. Maybe if you rely on your Amazon, do a lot more online shopping, perhaps you'll be okay. Let's keep rocking. We're going to get to our next reason, and that is the weather. Hot, humid summers, frequent rain. Now, we don't get a crazy amount of rain. We do have 220 sunny days every year, but the heat can really be a thing that can turn people off on the Greenville area. So if you can't handle the heat, then you need to stay away. Greenville is going to be hot, especially July and August, where it's going to get up into the 90s. It's going to feel like 100. It's going to go even higher feel-wise, especially maybe middle of August. That humidity is going to be harsh at times, and heat is going to be hard at times as well. When you go out to the car and you open up the door, it's going to be hot enough to cook an egg in there. You're going to need to get that AC going real fast. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. So plan for that. Now, the good news is winter weather is a lot milder. So if you're here in the winter, even our average temperatures in January are highs in the 50s. That's beautiful to me. We have very few days below freezing, and we have, I think, no days below zero. Certainly no as an average. I don't know that I've ever seen one. It is rare to see single digits in Greenville, which is great for me. Snow-wise, people ask me about snow a lot. The average says 3 to 5 inches, but we've only had a half of inch of snow total in the last 4 years. So if you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to talk about things that you would like to hear about. Otherwise, I'm going to keep moving to my next thing that we're going to talk about. And if you're watching this later, feel free to drop questions in the comments as well if you're not quite ready to reach out. But if you are ready to reach out, this is what I'm here to tell you. My name's David Crum again, and here's my phone number. This is my cell phone. You can reach me directly. Shoot me a text. I'll be happy to talk about the Greenville area with you. If you're considering a move here, I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move. I would love to help you find the home of your dreams. You can text me anytime. I will warn you that I turn my phone off when I'm not available, so I won't get your text. I'll be able to reply later when I am more available. So I really appreciate people jumping on. I saw people come in and out. Thanks so much for watching. I don't see any comments with questions. So if you've got some questions, feel free to reach out direct or leave them here. I do my best to answer any YouTube comments as much as I can. Thanks again so much, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.